Okay, missing dimensions. So let's take another pyramid and give it a square base of 10 and a height from the center to the middle, top center to middle bottom. And we call that h, and we don't know what that is, but we give you the volume. V equals 500 millimeters cubed. Well, let's label the tens both millimeters. It has to be in the same units. And now we write the formula down. V equals 1/3 area of the base, length times width times height. And this time we substitute for both sides. So we have the volume, so we're going to put in 500 for V. Then we're going to write 1/3, and we're going to do the length and the width and the height. Now we're going to start by timesing both sides by 3. And these ones cross off. Excuse me, excuse me, excuse me. These ones cross off. I'll let anybody who needs to erase and slow down for a second catch up there. My apologies. So we get 1500 on the left-hand side is equal to 10 times 10 is 100 times h is h. Then we're going to divide both sides by the coefficient of the variable. And I'm going to mirror it. H equals 15. Ooh, units, units, units. Millimeters. Don't forget your units. So sometimes we're given the left-hand side of the formula, and we have to do algebra to find a missing variable. So we have 2 more examples like that in the notes, where we look at a cone, we write the formula down, we substitute the parts, we figure out the parts that we can, then we do algebra to both sides, like multiplying and dividing and squaring and square rooting both sides, like we did in geometry and Pythag back in grade 8. And then a sphere in terms of pi. Let's take a look at that one. So let's go for a sphere, and we're looking for the radius. Well, let's say the surface area is 196 pi inches squared. Well, we write down the formula for the surface area of the shape that we have. Then we substitute the parts that we can. We have a surface area of 196 pi. And the right-hand side didn't change. So we can simply divide both sides by pi, crossing off pi from both sides. If you want to say over pi, go for it. Or don't and just cross it off. Think, divide both sides by pi, over pi, cross them off. So now we have a 4 in front. We can divide both sides by 4. Over 4, or don't. Just cross it off from where it was and bring it down below. Be very careful with those algebraic steps. 196 divided by 4 is 49 equals r squared. Square root both sides. Mirror it. R equals plus minus 7. Ha ha. Reject the negative. R equals 7. Give it some units. Inches. So lots of fun algebra that we can have with these shapes.